Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. It's been a while since I actually did any kind of a video on my channel. Not because I was not doing videos to this channel, it's because I'm a teacher and school has begun, so I'm making a lot of educational videos for my other channel, which is meant only for my students in my classes. So I have been busy, but sadly I have not been taking the time to actually do any kind of video over here. Now recently I actually bought this product, a nice Boya wireless microphone. So maybe this is prompting me to come back into making a video for this channel. Now I do want to stress that I am actually using normal circumstances. That means there's going to be a lot of street noise, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on, maybe cars going by, all that stuff. And I think it's perfect. I'm not going to do too much editing, is because I'm actually wearing the microphone right now, and this is great. That means you are getting to hear how it really is. There is no sound adjustments. I'm not running it through any kind of sound filter. I'm doing nothing. What you're hearing is this product right now. I'm wearing it right now. My microphone is right here. I'm not so sure if you can see it. It's right here. And the receiver is actually connected to my Sony ZV-1 camera, which is actually right over there. The first thing I do want to say is when I bought this product, and I bought it only a couple of days ago. Today is October 31st. Today is Halloween. So I bought it a couple of days ago, and it really did not work on my Oppo smartphone, which is my main device that I try to use all the time for all my recordings and stuff. Because my phone is always on me, so I really wanted to get a microphone system for that device, but sadly it is not working for the Oppo phone. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong. Obviously, I'm sure of that, because there's no way it works well on every device except for my phone. So that doesn't, I'm sure I'm making a mistake, and I'm going to try to figure it out. And if somebody watching my channel right now, if you know something, please let me know. It will be super helpful, because I tried every single thing and it just would not work. There was this really huge hissing noise. Now I know when you have a wireless system, you will expect some kind of hissing, really faint in the background. Yes, you will. That is something that I want to mention that this product actually has, and you're listening to right now, so I'm not so sure you can actually hear it. When I'm editing, I probably will know. But when I actually do my work, as soon as I finish recording and everything like that, I will actually do a little bit of sound adjustment, sound design, so to speak. The EQing, the compression, certain little things that I will do. I am not an expert in all this stuff. I'm learning. I'm totally learning all these things as I go along. So I will be doing that. And all this time I've been using, again, another product from Boya, which is a fantastic product, and I do recommend you buy it, even if you don't want to use it, is the lapel mic, which is, I think, I bought it at the start of the pandemic, because at that time, we were all going online, and I knew I needed to do lessons, and recorded lessons online through Zoom and stuff like that, and having a microphone was very important, so that way my students could hear my voice clearly. Voice design, voice, I still see people even now, recording stuff, and they are not using any kind of microphone at all, which is, I don't understand the reasoning behind that. But I went out and I bought that microphone, and I've had it for more than a year now, and it's perfect. It's perfect. So whenever I'm sitting down in a studio like this, this is my home studio, my home office. So when I'm sitting over here, I will actually run the wire from my phone all the way down under the table, inside my my polo shirt over here, and it'll be connected over here. So if you see any of my other videos, you will see that I'm actually having a microphone. You just don't see the wire because it's hidden behind my polo shirt. But there were some limitations when you have a wired kind of connection, because when you're here, like for me now, like I'm recording right now, and let's say if I need to get up and go pick something up, or if I just want to go there, or I can just get up and go, no problem. There is no wire connecting me to my phone, because right now I'm totally on on wireless. But I want to say that the quality of this is much better than this, of course, because this is a wired connection. That means there is a live hard connection from the microphone to the unit. But when you are using something that is wireless, you are going to face a couple of issues. Now, this is a consumer level product. That means this is a basic, beautiful product made for people just like you and me on the normal side. If you are going to do, like if you are sitting down and doing an interview with the Pope, or maybe sending a movie reel, demo reel to Roger Deakins or something like that, then maybe this is not the microphone you want to use. You want to use a much better microphone which will capture a much better, deeper and richer sound. This is in case if you're not very familiar with sound design, like how to edit sound in the computer. So what I'm trying to say is this is something very good for something just like this. Like I'm just doing a video right now. I'm a teacher, like I said, so I will be using this in my classrooms because half my students are going to be in the class, while the other half are going to be studying online, and that's the arrangement we have right now just to help with the social distancing scenario. So half my class is in class and the other half are online, and then the following week they switch. So I will be using my phone, well, not my Oppo phone. I'm going to borrow my wife's phone, which is a Samsung phone, and this works on a Samsung phone perfectly well. So I'm going to borrow her phone and keep it on the side of my class on Zoom, so that way as I'm teaching my class, the kids who are at home get to hear my voice perfectly well. So the audio carries very well. Now that's the reason why I actually picked up this microphone, this little microphone thing. There's another benefit to it, is I'm doing a lot of, I don't know if you heard the car honk, but I'm doing a lot of live vlogging type of thing using my Moza gimbal. And you know, those of you who are thinking about getting a gimbal, you should. And those of you who have a gimbal understand what I'm talking about. Is there's a little bit of a headache in balancing the cameras on a gimbal. Well, I'm sorry, I should not say headache. That is just how it works. The more you balance your gear beautifully on the gimbal works better, because you already took care of a lot of the balancing part. So the gimbal now adjusts itself and understands what the balancing of your device is, and is perfectly good to go. Now you understand that every time you add things on top of your camera on a gimbal, you're making the gimbal work much more harder, which is not a very good thing for battery life, and you're just simply making the gimbal do a lot more work than it should. So this microphone is fantastic because the receiver is so small that if I attach it to my camera, I'm not really making so much of a difference to my gimbal because of the weight issues. There is no weight issues. But if I was getting another wireless unit, I saw one unit, and it was also made by Boya, but it was like this little thing that you need to have a horseshoe connected on top of your camera. Then it had this antenna sticking up like Boba Fett. And I was like, you know what, it was not that heavy, but I knew that the moment I take that onto my gimbal, I'm going to have balancing issues with my gimbal. I'm just going to unnecessarily make my gimbal work more than it really needs to. So in that case, this is a fantastic microphone. This is fantastic. Now I want you to know that I'm using this without the pop filter. It does come with a pop filter. I have it right here. And it also comes with a dead cat. And I don't know where the dead cat, oh, I think it's in here. And you know, it's in here. The dead cat is in here. So it comes with two types of filters. So that way, if you're outside, if the wind is blowing, perfectly fine, your sound will be well adjusted. I'm just putting this here just like this because I just wanted to record the way I normally would record. So that way I know, is my sound too high? Is my sound too low? I can actually do a little bit of a self-study while I'm making this video to put it up, because I want people to know that I am a fairly new to this game. So that way, I'm hoping my video is based on my experiences that will help you out. So that way you will be like, oh, okay, that's what he did. So that's what we need to adjust also. Now, there's another thing about this microphone is known as line of sight. I did not want to forget to say that. It means this microphone must be facing the receiver at all times. Well, not at all time, but at least for the most of the time. So in other words, if I start turning around, there's a good chance that it will drop the signal. There's a good chance that it will drop the signal. So to me, it's perfectly fine, is because I am teaching or I'm actually talking to the camera like this. So that way I'm always in front of the camera, or at least my devices are actually inside, line of sight. So I'm perfectly okay with that. I don't have too much of an issue. But if you're trying to do something where you're recording, but you're still talking and you're leaving the room, then the signal is going to drop. Okay, because this is a fantastic product, but of course there are going to be some limitations because the size of this product is so small. It is slightly bigger than a AA battery. The size of this is slightly bigger than a AA battery, and it weighs lighter than a AA battery. So that means those of you who are, women wearing beautiful clothes, you must understand that this is beautiful. It will not flip your garment up and down. I'm wearing a polo right now, and my polo fabric is a little bit on the thick side. So if I do this, I'm not so sure it's really, messing up with my sound. Probably I will check it on my computer later if I'm messing my sound. Okay. The box design, fantastic. I really love it. It's very small. I mean, it basically fits inside the palm of my hand. I want you guys to also know that this is a battery. That means when I charge it from the wall, okay, there's a USB-C charger here, plug. When I charge it from the wall, I'm actually charging a battery. At the same time, I'm charging the unit that is inside. Well, right now the unit is on me and on the camera, but it's probably inside. So that means if I unplug, and let's say I'm going somewhere on site for location shots, or let's say I'm going to my school, I don't need to charge anymore. So the moment I'm using this and I feel that the battery is going down, which you will know because of the LED lights over here, I simply put it back in here, I close the box, and then it starts charging. Because this is a battery. It's like a power bank for this unit. I'm not so sure you can use it for anything else. I think it's only for this. So I do want to shout out to the designers who did this, because I'm a designer. I teach design in a university, mostly in the fashion arena, and I understand a lot about design rules, and I know all that stuff, and I always talk to my kids about it. I want to say congratulations and thank you to the people who actually thought about this. I think, but this is the only one where it's like your AirPods, right? Where you drop it in and it charges. So these microphones, like when you are not using it, you take it off and then you just put it in here, you close the box, and it just charges. It just keeps charging till it's fully charged, and then it automatically switches off. That's beautiful. Now, talking about switching off, this is something I realized. When you have this microphone on you, and my cat is doing his visit, I hope you don't mind. So when you have this microphone on you, or let's say you keep it aside, there is no sleep mode. It does not switch off. So your battery could get drained. I noticed it the other day, like I was working over here and I took off my microphone and I kept it on my table, and I just kind of like looked over and I saw that the blue light was still on after like 20, 30 minutes, I think. And I was like, oh my God, this thing has no automatic switch off. So when you are not using it, you press the button a little bit for a few seconds, the blue light will turn red, and then it'll switch off. And that's what you need to do. Now, if you switch it off, it's no big deal, because when you put it back into here, it starts charging, and then when you open it up, it'll switch back on, because it'll do a pairing. It will check both of it. It'll pair together in here, and then you take it off. And the pairing, I think, is automatic, because every time I take it off, it starts pairing. So I think it should be okay. And now my cat is calling because she wants to leave. So So now what I'm going to see, this is great. I'm going to get up, open the door for her, and then I'm just going to come back. I'm going to do a jump cut over here, and then I'm going to come back, and I have no wire, so I'm perfectly fine. I can just keep talking as I get up and go. All right, cat, let's go. Where are you? Come. Come, let's go. Can you walk any slower than that? Okay, I'm still recording. Okay, I'm back. So you see, this is great. Earlier, I would not be able to do something like that because I will have to remove my wire, my wired microphone, get up and go and let the cat out, and then come back and then replug myself in. It was such a, it was just a little bit cumbersome, right? But now you see, I have it on me, I can go anywhere. I can do whatever I want. My camera is still recording. I can come sit down. I can continue recording. It's fantastic. That's not how I normally will work, but this was like a perfect example just to show you there's a good benefit for having a wireless setup, which is very good. Now, this is a great product. I do recommend it. But again, if you can, see, I bought this. I think this thing retails for $180, $150, and I got a discount from the store because I buy quite a few things from the store. So they gave me a very nice discount. So I picked it up for a little bit more than $100, which is fantastic. So that means if anything went wrong with this device, I have no problem throwing it in the garbage. It was $100, okay? And it's perfectly fine. But if you have money and if you are trying to get into real serious work and you really want your gear to be up there, then I probably may not recommend this. You might want to go and look at some more heavy duty gear, wireless gear, professional gear, so that way the sound is a little bit more, better for you, for your work. That's perfectly fine. To me, I bought it just because of my workflow, the way I work. My way of working is I don't write scripts. I just have talking points. I have like pieces of paper and I write talking points and I'll just keep it in front of me. And then when I'm recording, I will simply talk about the talking points. I'll just expand about it, being very organic, being very natural in the way I would make my I would make my videos. So I don't really do any script. The only time I will use a script that is if I'm doing voiceovers, where I would have something and then I will simply do a voiceover. That's a different scenario totally. But when I'm doing something like this, like talking heads, I will not really, have a script, because I really don't want to be looking at my camera and then there's a script and then, hello, how are you? Please like and subscribe to me. Okay, yeah. I've seen some people do that and I can see their eyes move. I'm sorry, that's not my style. I really don't want to do it. I'm sure other people do it very well, but I probably would not be able to pull that off. You'd be like, is this guy reading from something? It's just going to be terrible. So I like it this way. It's more normal. It feels more natural. I'm just like, just speaking away. And then of course I speak a lot. I do a lot of takes. I just do a lot. And then when I move this footage onto my computer, and then when I'm ready for editing, I will like slice and dice a little bit here and there, just to kind of shorten this video. Otherwise, you'll be listening me to talk like 30 minutes straight, and I'm not so sure you want to do that. In the end, beautiful product, well made. It's a charger. Charges your device. I love the fact that it's not a square box and it's like an oval box, just like that. Looks like a tablet box, or medicine box. It fits into your pocket. It fits very nicely into any kind of bag. See, that's one of the things is nice, is because when I'm traveling around, I don't want to carry too many things. So the less you have, the better your movements are. So like when I'm using my gimbal, this is very quick to set up, which is beautiful. It's I think the charge is up to 5 hours that you could speak, and but it depends on how you use it and the distance. The further you get away from the unit, the more power it will take, and the more closer you are, less power. But there's a recommendation from somebody's video, and I wanted to mention it over here, is please don't bring the two units while you're using it too close to each other, because there's going to be some kind of radio interference. I'm not so sure. I have not tried it out. This is the first time I'm wearing it and recording it. I have not tried it out, so I really don't know what that means. But they did mention that have a little bit of a distance, like an arm distance. That's perfectly fine. So when I'm vlogging with my gimbal, I'm already at an arm's distance. So I think that would be perfectly fine. So I'm not being too close to the thing. Now it works on my Mac Air, my 2019 Mac Air, beautifully. The sound is, my wired sound is much better. I can tell you that much. But I already know this when I bought it. I already know that the sound is not going to be the best sounding mic on the planet. I already know this. But I also know that as long as my sound is clean, it's recorded very nicely, in the editing workroom, on my workflow, I will do a little bit of sound design just to punch the sound up a little bit. So I hope you like this video. Sorry, I'm talking a lot, and I just wanted to be able to say what I wanted to say, and hopefully you guys will try to look into it. If you really like wireless, and maybe your work will be a little bit more better by going wireless, then I do recommend this product. I really do. All I know is as of this moment, it's not working with my phone, but it works with my wife's phone, which is, well, it works with some phone, and that's good enough for me. But what's important is it works with my camera, and that was the most important thing. It works with my camera, and it works with my computer, and then I'm perfectly fine, because that's what I really need for my present work situation. So that way I can actually do my lessons, and I can actually communicate with my students with a good sound quality, so that way when they're at home, they can listen and pay attention to the lessons. So if you like this video and you thought it was kind of okay, give me a like, give me a subscribe, that would be nice. My channel is not monetized, it's fairly new. I'm not so sure I will even monetize it, maybe down the line. But I know it helps with the channel algorithms and stuff like that. So if you like, please give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe if you like more about stuff like this. And thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time with me. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. See you till the next time. Bye-bye.